like I said, getting back into a nutshell. Now, whatever that the sign that the moon is in front of the goddamn sun, now is going to make us newly enlightened about how we see that goddamn energy and that perspective. Now, look, let's new moon in goddamn Aquarius. The reason why I call this the firmament. Hold on, let me hit it before it go out. Before it go out. Tired of lighting this shit. Tired of lighting it. All right, now look, check this out. Now, I named this the firmament because for the most part, this is the higher man, higher woman. When we talk about Aquarius, this is the motherfucker, the water barrier. Now, there's a lot of information when we start to talk about barriers. You know what I'm saying? And beings that we live in. So the constellation of Aquarius is a mini constellation within this being we live in. So there's entities within deities that live into that realm. Thank you so much for the donation, Master Nuta. New company. Oh, say we gotta shout that out. Let me know the name of that, and we'll shout that out. But like I said, when we talk about the shins and shit like that, that's a world. That's it. And there's a lot of blood cells and entities that live in there. So that's a mini version of Aquarius. So based upon the being we live in, we all, as a collective, created a shin area and things of that nature. And we all travel there as far as traveling and shit like that. So keep that in mind. Now, when we start to talk about that information of barriers, now we have got that from an existence. Now we need to know that the being that we live in the totality is the light bearer. You know what I'm saying? That would be the ancient name for it, the light bearer. Now, when y'all, the name for the light bearer, for the most part, y'all will call what? Lucifer. So for the most part, don't get lost into Lucy or Venus and things of that nature. But you need to understand that once upon a time, this being that we live in, the first shape and form, the first masculine energy, how it's seen itself. The man, the masculine, aka when it created its solar plexus, that was the name it gave for itself. Same way you got a sun sign. So when I say you are all stars, when you say I'm an Aries, I'm a Taurus, I'm a Gemini, I'm a Cancer, what do you actually think you're saying? You're saying you are a constellation. You're part of a constellation. What is a constellation? Stars. See what I'm saying? So for the most part, this being that we live in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, from its head to its feet, is the constellations of Aries and Pisces. You see what I'm saying? Aries through Pisces. But this being as a constellation itself, its chakra system is the planets that flow with. This is why the planets never leave the Kuiper belt or whatever y'all want to call it. And the scientists don't know why. That's like your chakras leaving your body. Your chakras is in your body. In your body are the many versions that's doing the same thing as your Aries through Pisces. So for the most part, when we talk about this being that we live in, as spirits being spaces being within this space and developing shapes and forms as spaceships to be in this being, aka organs in this being, constellations in this being, as from Aries through Pisces, from other constellations, aka other beings, they look at this as one person. As an Aries through Pisces to the feet as one person. The same way I look at you as one person with a chakra system in it. And you are a spirit that's controlling the solar plexus. So your solar plexus would be your sun sign. That's another name for it. Or your Jesus or your Ra or whatever like that. So from a fourth, fifth, and sixth dimensional level, this being that we live in, that I'll be calling a snake-like being or whatever like that, its solar plexus, the name of it is Lucifer. It's the light bearer. The light bearer, Aries through Pisces, it all together is just one person. And it's the light bearer. See what I'm saying? So for the most part, that was a spirit that was in a being that want to get lost into light. And got the first being that got lost into light, got lost into his mentalities, is man and woman, since Adams and Eves and things of that nature. Other spirits and other like type of, I don't want to say universes because I don't like the words and shit like that, but they done created other mentalities that ain't got nothing to do with being lost in their light. They may be modifying other imaginations and creations, but you need to know that all of us as spirits have that ability. But we follow other spirits and live through other spirits. Therefore, you might be a smaller spirit, a smaller space within a space. So you have to go through a lot of experiences until you develop a bigger bubble, a bigger organ, a bigger existence, a bigger shape and form, a bigger light spectrum to go into, so you can experience more totality of this universe that we are all expanding. Thank you so much for the donation, James Robertson. Yeah, I do personal readings. Email me at doelow4@gmail.com. So you need to know, based upon what we're in, this being that we live in, from you in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. So you live in a 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional being. And like I said, its solar plexus and how it's seen itself was Lucifer. So anytime you want to hear anything in the Bible, this spirit that y'all follow, this Abrahamic God or whatever, like even to the Egyptian God, that's the same as the Abrahamic God. Y'all need to understand that. Just another way of looking at it. Because y'all all still here. You know what I'm saying? Living through this being. You need to understand anytime it say, and then the world was created through the word. The world was created through him. I done told y'all, him, light, he, her, woman, man. All of these are just different terms for light back in the days. Now y'all got atom in scientific terms, consciousness and bacteria and parasites and light and consciousness and water. All of these are different terms for micro and macro versions of light. But you need to understand that these are all different terms of light. So back in the day, that's what the fuck y'all was calling light and things of that nature that y'all got lost into in the goddamn spiritual realm and shit like that. And then the being that we motherfucking live in and got lost in talking about let there be light, and everything was created with the word, and then everything was created with the motherfucking light. And then motherfucker, y'all need to know that this is another motherfucking word for motherfucking light. So when you hear things in the Bible of he saved me, you basically saying light saved you. He's coming back. You basically saying light coming back. The sun is coming back. Jesus is coming back. Ra is coming back. You know what I'm saying? Helios is coming back. You know what I'm saying? When you say you have to go through the transit, or you have to be baptized, it's saying you have to be sunbathed. See what I'm saying? When it's saying something is an arch, it's saying the motherfucking horizon. So when you gotta reach the arc or something like that. This is why it's always a mount. It's always a Mount Hermon, a Mount Sermon. There's always a motherfucking mount. God damn it. Anytime it's at reaching the peak at 12 o'clock p.m. Thank you so much for the donation at James Robert and this motherfucker. But yeah, let me get back to these energies real quick before we get too motherfucking lost. But you need to know, don't get lost. That's the being that you motherfucking live in. So when it say this is why God never killed the devil. God never killed Lucifer. That's like God killing itself. So the whole Bible is about a motherfucking being talking to itself. You're supposed to learn how to talk to yourself. This is why Lucifer, the only one, could go into the temple. This is why everything was created through him. Everything was created through light. That's what it's saying. Him, the first son, the first creation, the first man, the first light, the first idea. Everything was created with the first idea. Let us create man in our image. Let us create light in the image of our spirit. So the first light going to play out like a dragon or a snake or a flame or some air or some breath. It's because it moved like it's shapeless or formless, but it's actually the shape and form. So we got an external representation that's mimicking our spirit. So it's going to expire. It may expire very fast, but as a spirit, we can take that shape and form and create developments to be lost, to create more life, or to be lost in forever living in some way, shape, or form. AKA, that's like the Elohim going into a body, or God saying, let's go in and going in with what's that devil name and shit like that? What's his name? Motherfucking Azazel or motherfucking Mammoth, which is that's the Mormon Lord, the Mormon God, you know what I'm saying, that taught them how to create metals and shit like that. And then you got Abaddon, you know what I'm saying? So you got Abaddon and things of that nature, which is Satan manifested, aka the opposite thought form to your spirit manifested. So for the most part, anytime you got an idea about something and they come up with another idea that opposes that idea, that becomes a Satan. And if you get lost in trying to be opposing all the time, you get lost into that light form, that energy of being opposing. So it don't matter what you lost into, you just acting out the energies of being opposing. So that's what you're manifesting. I don't give a fuck if you in a religion and you think you need to oppose what that spirit made you think was a Satan. Mother, you just lost into a motherfucking monkey ass lostness. Thank you so much for the lost into the world. Thank you so much for the donation, Master Nut. He said Astro Empire and shit like that could create. Yeah, all right, yeah, let me get right into the goddamn energies real quick, goddamn it, so we don't waste no goddamn more time. We don't waste no goddamn time. Because once we go into the spirit realm, motherfuckers who attach to shit down here might start getting uncomfortable, might start getting scared, and might feel like they need to turn the channel or something like that because they feel like they're getting disassociated with the shit that they lost in or attached to deep down. But really, they're just looking at it like, no, this is my sense of security. This person is being a demon or devil or something. No, spiritually, you're right. I'm taking you away from your sense of security. I'm taking you out of your temple. I'm taking you away out of that motherfucking esoteric weak-ass church that you in. That's what I'm doing. And I'm making your ass build some spiritual responsibility, some spiritual courage. That's what the fuck I'm doing. Take responsibility, not just down here, but for your motherfucking spiritual natures also. And quit trying to cast your demons on the other people and making that spirit trying to put motherfucker other people in hell because they don't see the world the way you see the world in some way. Now, we're going to get into all y'all monkey ass signs, but we're going to finish breaking down Aquarius. Now, new moon in Aquarius.